This episode is brought to you by Trailer Park Yard Games, where over 28 games are delivered directly to your party. We park the trailer, you party.
My first roof was a State Farm agent that didn't know my dad
Anita.
at all. It wasn't Anita, because I wouldn't have done her roof.
Okay.
I would have farted on her. Screw you, Anita.
What a terrible, oh my God, what a terrible insult.
I don't like you at all.
I am going to fart on
Your husband's restaurant is delicious, but I don't like you.
My brothers used to fart
And I'm
in
gonna
my
look her up
backpack.
on Facebook because now I have
good.
so much information. She used to work at State Farm. Her husband has a restaurant.
Yeah.
You said used to.
Yeah.
Her husband
might still.
has a restaurant.
Yeah. But I don't like her.
Sorry.
I forgot what I was saying.
Let's have a chat, talk this and that with BB and Jaisy.
Hello and welcome to the PB and Jaisy podcast. My name is Jaisy.
Hi.
Here I have,
What is so funny?
I don't know.
I think what is in your cup? Okay, I'm Sarah. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Bill Stedham. I'm the lucky bee sandwiched between two beautiful women, and today one ugly dude
Oh.
by the name of Sugar Bums.
Yes, we
Buns.
Buns. Yeah.
Just to clue you guys in, we were talking about almost names. So just to tell you guys, which I'm not going to ever live this down, my name was almost Twinkle. And I don't know, my mom, I guess, was a hippie. She looked up in the sky and saw a star and thought, Twinkle, that's the name that I want for my child.
Can you do jazz hands when you say your name?
Twinkle.
Yeah.
My nickname was Five Head, and it still kind of is, because my forehead's really big, and so it's bigger than a
It counts
forehead.
as-
It's a 5 head.
Oh, that makes sense.
So we have to tell our nicknames.
I can see
Yes, we do.
So throughout the time growing up in school, Mr. Bill was a big thing.
that. Mr. Bill?
Mr.
Like
Bill
the,
and Sluggo.
Mr. Bill.
Oh no, Mr. Bill!
I have no idea.
They're looking
So-
at us like we're.
Jaisy is way too young to even know what I'm talking about.
He's like a little clay guy with the red mouth, and he
I'm-
goes,
I'm like, you have never seen
I have
that?
no idea.
Okay,
what
things
you're
to
talking
Google. Mr. Bill.
Yeah.
So weird.
Nope.
no.
You don't know what that
No.
is either.
No
Okay,
clue.
then now I don't feel alone. What was your almost name?
Wait,
Tay-Tay?
hold on. Who are we talking to?
Oh, this is.
Oh.
I feel like everybody knows him because he's a friend to all. This is Taylor Davis.
Hi.
Taylor, what do you do?
I am a roofer and a father,
Oh,
a
magician.
poet, a magician,
A poet, a
a
magician,
dancer.
a lover.
Not lately, but a little bit. A little bit. Some cuddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Big spoon, little spoon.
He likes to fork.
I was gonna go there.
This
Yeah.
is going the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's.
This is PB and JC After Dark.
Yes. After hours.
I actually have some questions.
Well, go ahead and
You
ask us
signed-
the questions.
You signed the disclaimer, correct?
I actually haven't yet, but I will. I will. Promise. Maybe if this goes well. No, but
But you're a business owner. You do.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
yeah, there are 4 of us that own Proco Roofing, and I am the little brother of the group. So
Oh, little bro.
yeah.
So do you own it with your brothers or
no,
is it just
there.
like,
There's
bros
2
that
of
are
them
like
that
brothers?
there are 2 guys in their 50s, 1 guy is in his 40s, and then I'm 38. So
a
I'm
good
just
age
kind of
to
the
be.
little guy. So yeah,
Bill, do you know the guys that are in their 50s? Do you know them?
just friend
They're too young
different
for him. They're too
meetings.
young.
Wow.
When y'all were little,
They're
did y'all
too young
think like
for him.
all old people knew each other, or like all like?
I used to think, because my doctor was Vietnamese, and I just thought like all the Vietnamese kids at school would know who he was.
Oh,
So did you just say that I'm old?
No, sir.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
I did.
Wait, did you not hear me? Do I need to talk louder?
I did.
My hearing
Bill.
aid's going out.
Bill, we are talking to Bill.
Yeah. Well, this is Mr. Bill and Sluggo.
That's all I think of his little red mouth. You'll have to look that up because it's not funny if you
Yeah,
don't know.
we'll go to the library and check out the video cassette tape of it.
You'll have to go. No, you have to go to like the archives.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, in the library,
Or
and
you
then
have
go
to
through
use
the newspaper.
the Dewey Decimal System and
It's
all
actually a
that.
flip book.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
You know, I bet they don't know who Gumby is.
I know who Gumby is.
I'd say
Okay.
we're the
Yeah.
same age, so you
Okay.
should know.
And
Maybe you just
Jaisy
don't
is
know things.
completely, Jayzy's like Gumby. What's Gumby?
No, I don't know.
Do you know that us three are in the generation that grew up with internet, but also can remember life before the internet? You may not, but I know we can.
Yeah.
I heard it's the Spice Girls generation that we know life, or we grew up with internet, so we know how to use everything, but we still remember life before the internet. We're the only generation that can say that.
I remember a friend of mine in my neighborhood. His name was Aideen Momtahini, and he had
Do you know him,
Prodigy.
Jaisy?
Shout out.
Yeah, he's one of your good friends.
I know him. Momo.
But he had Prodigy, which was like before AOL,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Dude, you got to check this out. It's amazing." And I remember being like, "This isn't that cool. Like, it's never gonna take off. Nothing."
Like, dude, I'm trying to play
This
my
whole internet-
Atari. Can you call me
Yeah.
later when you find something
I never did video games or anything like
Oh,
that.
really?
Like, I was just
Were you in your room playing your guitar? writing
Yeah.
Songs?
kind of, yeah. Or I would
like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
exactly like Taylor Swift. I would just brush my hair
Teardrops on
and
my
yeah.
guitar.
it was really romantic. I also went through a phase where I dressed up like a ninja and snuck
Okay.
around my neighborhood late at night. And I worked for my dad,
PJ
and
Masks.
instead of paying me, he would buy me ninja stuff, like a real ninja sword, ninja stars, nunchucks, a blowgun, and I would sneak around my neighborhood late
cool
at
dad.
night. Yeah, I mean it's irresponsible, but
Yeah, you think?
but yeah, so that I did that, and then I played baseball, and then
Now
I
he's a
started
roofer.
playing guitar, and then I was like, guitar is
So
it.
I have a
So-
story to tell
That's
you.
cool.
So
Sure.
I had not been married very long. This is my first husband. That's still my husband, Michael.
Okay.
We had not been married long, and I'm asleep on the couch, taking a nap or something, and he like taps me and wakes me up, which needs to be pretty important, right? When you're napping, he wakes me up. He's like this close to my face, and he's like, "Have you seen my nunchucks?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "Where are they? I can't find." I'm like, "I didn't even know you had nunchucks." Like, and why would you wake me up from a nap? But
He thought you
apparently
used them.
he was. Is it jujitsu? Is that how you say that?
Jujitsu, yes.
Yeah. But I don't know if there's nunchucks in that.
I don't think so, but
I
I
don't
think
know.
if you
What
got
did I need to follow up on this story? What did he need the nunchucks for?
I don't know. I don't know if he was just going to practice.
Did he ever find them?
I don't know. I went back to sleep.
well, I have
Nunchucks.
some pairs of them.
How many?
So I have-
Just a few.
I actually have 3 from when I was a kid.
And can you
You
nunchuck?
still have them?
Oh yeah.
Is it called nunchucking?
Are you chucking numbs?
Well, it's actually
It's nun,
it's a
right?
nun.
Nun,
Good
okay.
call. Good call. Yeah, it is called nunchucking. No, it's not. I don't know what it's called.
I
I
can
don't know
see
what
like
the
on
chuck it's
TikTok
called.
with
What
like
the chuck is it?
Yeah.
No, I think he's like on TikTok and almost like the rave music, and I can just see you
Yes.
like going at
So
it.
I could see him
Tights.
doing it and hitting himself in the head and falling over, and that would be
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
that would be what I would do.
I practiced with rubber ones when I was a little kid, and then I moved to the real ones. And every once in a while, you would hit yourself in the head, and it really, really hurt, like really bad. And I hit
It
myself
explains a lot.
many times. But I promise you, if you had a set of nunchucks right now, I could do it to the point where I'm impressed, and then y'all are creeped out. You're like, that's not that cool. But like you
But
would
they're
probably think it
hard,
was
right?
cool. You would be like, yeah, that guy's good with nunchucks.
So I've got to ask a question. Your
Sure.
dad bought you a blowgun. What in the 80s do you do with a blowgun?
Like a blow dart gun?
Oh yeah. You shoot trees and fences
And rats.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We would also play a game where we'd be upstairs at my dad's house, and I'd have a bunch of friends over, and we'd make a fort. And this is not going the way I was thinking about it in my head. I was like, oh, we can talk about stuff. And
Oh, you're
I
talking
never
about the
thought I'd
podcast?
Never thought you would be
I
telling
never
this story?
actually thought I'd
Tell this story?
open up this side of my life.
This is
but-
we're like the modern day Oprah. Like we really get people to just bare themselves.
it's totally true.
Can
That's
you take your
also
shirt
later.
off?
I
PB
will.
and JC at night.
Yeah. But we would get these blowguns, and we put thumbtacks in them, and we would shoot each other in the dark.
It's such a boy thing to do. Jaisy, can you imagine us ever being like, hey, let's shoot each other?
I feel like I've done this before though, so I
You
can't.
would?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
I grew up with 2 older brothers, and there were things
Same.
like similar to this that we would do.
It's great.
So you performed for us at a recent event in the company,
Yes.
and you were really, really good. But I've been concerned that your mom may never talk to you again.
Oh,
Has she talked to you yet?
A little bit. She is she's getting over it.
Let's tell
tell
everybody
us
what did you do?
Okay, so we played at y'all's event. My brother and I, my older brother, who is a really good guitar player, he came up here and played with me. And I think at the time there was about 550 people online watching. And there were all these vendors that were talking about their companies and kind of like, we're a home inspection company. We will go look at your house. And
Don't want to do something, set yourself apart.
we got bored. And so we were like, let's not say anything about our company.
Let's use our time wisely.
Yes. And so we
getting business. Whatever.
we gave a gift card, and whoever was the 70th person, I think, to text my mom would win this gift card. And so in about 2 minutes, my mom got something outrageous, like over 70 or something like that texts. I forgot what number we picked, maybe 60. But in 2 minutes, she got bombarded.
And you
with text
did not
And
tell
you
her
didn't tell
this
her.
before.
Absolutely not.
What
No.
were they supposed to be texting, or does anything?
Something like your kids are wonderful, like good job raising your kids, or something
Oh
like
my god,
that.
that's awesome.
I forgot exactly what we said, but she was pissed. Like, she was like, what is going on? And I think she got sassy with the first couple of people, like, erase my number. Like, who are you? And then I texted her. I was like, hey, Mom, you probably just got a lot of text messages. Sorry. You need to count up to 65 or 70 or
Tell me
whatever.
who the winner is.
Tell me who the winner is. And she was like, what the heck is going on? And I was like, we're doing this big thing. It's all in good fun. Everybody thinks you're awesome and super cool. And like, they think you're great. And she was like, oh yeah, I mean, it's fine. I was
I can't imagine if that happened to my mom. She'd call me. She'd be like, Sarah, Emily, something's wrong with my phone. I think somebody hacked it.
No, your mom would put it all over Facebook.
True.
Yeah.
Can you believe this is happening
She
to
would.
me? And
That's
Everybody's telling me I'm such a good mom. I always knew. And now everybody's finally getting recognition for it.
So it was awesome. It ended well. She thought it was funny after we convinced her that it was all in good fun. But it was a spontaneous, like, hey, let's do this. And it was great. It
I was
fun.
really worried for you because I was afraid you weren't going to get any Christmas presents, get cut out of the will. And, we were going to take up a donation for you
I
this
feel
year
like
to make sure that was taken care of.
I feel like this was not the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure that this is a lifelong tale of pranks being played on mom, parents in general, people in general, possibly.
Well, my brother and I mess with my mom quite a bit. I'm trying to think of anything else.
Oh, I can help you. I can
Oh.
help you with one. We could actually give away a gift card to the 100th person text.
Don't do that.
a
Do
number.
Your dad. Let's get dad in on
Yeah.
it.
Oh, man.
His
He'll be
dad's
like,
no longer with us.
well, yeah, thanks a lot. It's not.
And with that,
He died in a blowgun accident.
He was a really good
you hit him in the
ninja.
head with some nunchucks.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
It's kind of wimpy, honestly. I was like, dude, that was just
Dad,
one hit. Come
that
on.
was
man.
my master performance. I was doing such a good job.
Okay, so I have a question to ask
Okay.
you because obviously super funny,
Well, thank you.
great sense of humor.
Yeah, he's right.
I don't know if it gets you business or not, so we're not going to talk about that. But I just want to talk about humor in general. Like, have you always been funny? Has it always been like? Are you attracted to, do you watch stand up? Or you just tell me a little bit about that?
I mean,
Is it like a deflection? Is it like some type
What
of
is the
defense
cause?
I
mechanism?
cry a lot.
Did you still wet the bed?
Oh yeah.
You still wet the
bed? Yeah. That's why you asked about the whole lover thing, and
Yes.
my wife kicked me out. No, I've always been weird and funny, and I was the youngest, and so I had to kind
Of
of
how many?
Yeah.
3, and then my parents decided that basically they didn't love us anymore,
And it was
and so
all
they
your
got
fault.
That's what
divorced.
happens. Okay.
And so now I have a younger brother and 2 stepsisters also. I
But
wanted to
those don't
clarify
count.
Yeah.
that. No, they do. They do. That's really mean of you to say that.
We
No,
have to
it's
draw
great,
the
it's
line
great.
somewhere, Sarah.
Yeah,
And that
is the line.
we will not
No,
tolerate
I
that
actually
here.
know them and I don't like them.
How dare
I'm
you?
just kidding.
They're really good with nunchucks, so watch out. But yeah, I was always weird, and I think music. So when I was in like 4th grade, I sang in the talent show. And before that, I sang at church. And so the first couple of times I did it, I was scared out of my mind. And I messed up a couple of times. I played the Star Spangled Banner at my 7th grade pep rally and it was horrible. My brother like taught me this jazz version of it, and I was like 12.
Why weren't you playing like Welcome to the Jungle or something? It was a pep rally, right?
Because everybody sings the Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
America.
Because of America.
America.
But so, okay, I messed up on stage in front of people several times. And at a pretty early age, I got over that. And so to me, if I mess up, it's actually funny.
Funny, right?
And on like sometimes it's actually good if you mess up. So I have no fear in front of people,
Awesome.
which is dangerous. Sometimes I won't say no fear. I mean, every once in a while I'll get a little bit of the jitters.
When's the last time you've had a jitter?
So I went down to Austin a couple weeks ago and played a gig with my brother, and it got rained out. And so we drove to New Braunfels and played at a place that was kind of like the Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, where everybody's dead silent. People are just singing songs, but it's called the Redbird, and it's in New Braunfels, and it's awesome. But it was dead silent. And I played 2 songs. And the first song, I was like, oh crap, people can really hear me. And I freaked out a little bit just for like 30 seconds because I was kind of uncomfortable the way I was sitting. So that's the last time.
Because you had your nunchucks in your back pocket.
Yeah, it's hard. It stabs you in a weird way. And like, it's really tough to sing a song with a sword in your back.
Yeah.
So,
Just in case. You never know what's going to happen.
I know. You got to take that stuff. So,
But
I'm
sometimes
glad-
it's
I'm
kind
glad
of
I
nice to have those feelings again. You know, when you go a long time without ever being scared or
Yeah.
nervous, and you have those, you're kind of, it's like an adrenaline, rush.
absolutely. So, but like the fear of saying something stupid or awkward.
Obviously, you're not worried about that.
Not at all, really, because I think most people are bored of hearing people talk. Like like at the LTREs that we do, like
That's
Boring.
That's Let's Talk Real Estate, by the
nobody
way.
cares. Like nobody cares about a roofing company.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
don't
yeah.
care about that. You don't care.
Did
about
you think they meant
shingles
nobody
and
cared
stuff.
about Bill?
Yeah.
You go,
Yeah, I actually love when you come to talk
Me
because
too.
Yes.
all of a sudden we're not like, we've got a roof and it's got a 3 shingled, 3
Sure.
tab shingle on it.
Yeah.
You're like down to earth and real and can connect with people.
Yeah.
And I think that brings you business.
For sure.
I think so.
As opposed to telling us that up on the roof it's 190 degrees and we're going to sweat part of our anatomy off.
Yeah.
And, we're going to put on these
What part?
shingles and we're not going to take insurance.
Oh, the shingle ladies.
We're not going to do any insurance
Nice.
fraud,
Yeah.
Okay, I saw a billboard. It's in Burleson. I don't know what roof company it is, but it says, looking for hot shingles to get nailed. And it's a roofing ad. It makes me laugh, but at the same time, I'm like, that is not appropriate.
It's actually my grandma's roofing company. So she's
a big
kind of
competitor.
She's a competitor
Perfect,
of
yeah.
yours?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I haven't seen that yet, but I'm gonna look for
Yeah,
that.
it
That's
said
pretty
like
good.
hot shingles looking to get nailed ? And it's
Wow.
like a.
That's awesome.
Do you want the phone number?
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna actually
You're gonna merge
try
companies?
to work for them. Yeah. So I don't know.
So how did you get into roofing?
Okay.
And how did this happen?
I would have never thought I would get into roofing. So I was a professional musician for a long time, failed miserably, and
I've heard a similar story.
yes, absolutely. And so I started working for my dad. He was a State Farm agent for like 50 years. And
Before he passed.
before I hit that sucker with those nunchucks and he died.
Did you say it?
He's a man. He's your
Yeah.
dad.
Well,
I'm sorry,
maybe.
go ahead.
Don't assume. No, just kidding. That was a modern joke. But I worked for him at State Farm and it was super boring. I sat there for 8 years.
8 years?
8 years. And I was just like,
Did you-
ugh.
Like, what was your job? Like,
So I was basically a slave for a while. He'd be
Okay.
like, hey boy, change the lights or take out the trash. And then he handed me a stack of papers. He's like, these people their policies are canceling. Call them and tell them to pay. And I'm like, what if they have questions? And he's like, I don't know. And then
I never called those people.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
they expired.
But then I became like an account manager. So I would like deal with everything.
That sounds really bad.
And I was kind of like the office psychologist, which is something I still sort of am. One good thing about that is I found that I actually enjoyed helping people. So like if a widow would call and be like, my husband took care of all this stuff. I don't know what's going on because he died. That's where I actually liked my job and would be like, come to the office. Let's sit down. Let's work through everything. Oh, you need a plumber? Here, call this guy. Oh, you need this. So I liked that. But basically, my friend, he and his friend started a roofing company. And I was bored out of my mind. There was also this one lady named Anita that bullied me.
Anita?
And I don't like her at all.
Anita punch in the
an
face.
insurance company?
Yeah, at my dad's office. And I was like, dude, I'm the boss's son.
Anita
Like,
from State Farm?
yeah, stop it. And so, but my dad was like, well,
That
hell,
was way
boy,
before
just deal
Jake.
with it. So, yeah, my friend, they started a roofing company and they're musicians and they were playing at the House of Blues and they didn't have a bass player.
Oh.
And I went to the gig and I was like, well, this sounds weird. And I was like, hey guys, I have a bass. Do you want me to be your bass player? And they're like, okay. So I was their bass player. And at
It's all
band,
about the bass.
it's all about the bass. You gotta have bass. Come on.
Yeah, no trouble.
So I'm not very good at bass, by the way.
But
If
that's what
anybody is looking for a bass player, I'm not that great, but I'll be in your band. So we
It
were
doesn't
at
matter
band
what.
practice, and I was like, my job is not fun. And they were like, come work for us. And I was like, yeah. Next week, band practice. I was like, ugh, my job sucks. And they were like, dude, come work for us. And I was like, okay. And I gave my dad 3 months notice. And by the way,
And then you hit him with a nunchuck.
yeah, and I hit that.
Dad,
guy.
in 3 months,
In 3 months, I will murder you.
Yeah, you will die in 3 months.
Hey, you could have just quit. You didn't have to kill your
I
dad.
killed him. I killed him.
Killed him.
But then, my wife and I were going to have our second baby also. So I learned a little bit about roofing. Basically, the day my son was born, that was my last day at State Farm.
That makes sense. The day your child is born, you should leave a stable job and start something else.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
That's
my wife
smart.
worked at JCPenney at the corporate office.
Oh.
And so she made pretty good money. So we felt like we had a little bit of a cushion, I guess. Looking back at it, that's terrible timing. But you gotta take
You
the
gotta
do it.
you know.
Yeah.
And the first 3 or 4 months, it was tough. And I was like, did I make the right decision? Holy crap. But actually, my first roof was a State Farm agent that didn't know my dad
Anita.
at all. It wasn't Anita, because I wouldn't have done her roof.
Okay.
I would have farted on her roof. Screw you, Anita.
What a
hate
terrible
Oh my God.
what a terrible insult.
I don't like you at all.
I am gonna fart on your
Your husband's restaurant is delicious, but I don't like you.
My brothers used to fart
Man, I'm
in
gonna
my
look her up on
backpack.
Facebook because now I
That's
have
good.
so much information. She used to work at State Farm. Her husband has a restaurant.
Yeah.
Who said used to?
Yeah.
Her
He
husband
might still.
has a restaurant.
Yeah. But I don't like her.
Anyway, sorry.
I forgot what I was saying.
You're farting on a roof.
Farting on
Oh,
her
yeah.
roof.
Terrible timing.
My
Yeah.
first roof
First roof,
was
State
a
Farm.
State Farm agent in Dallas who did not know my dad. He knew of him, but he called me because he liked me. And when we went out and inspected his roof, it was like a giant house in Dallas that was beautiful. And it was weird because when that clicked, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually like, I can do this. And then after that, it was wonderful. Since then.
Now, are you
so
still getting on roofs? Or are you doing more like marketing or client like?
I get on roofs if I need to, if there's a problem. But we also started a office in Houston and Austin. So I've been getting on roofs down there more than I do here. But
Okay.
basically I do business development / like sales management stuff.
Well, you guys have become really successful in the roofing business.
For sure.
It's been great.
You know, and our agents love you guys.
Well, thank
Absolutely love you guys. So
Yeah, they're right.
Well, and y'all give back in so many ways. You've sponsored a lot of our events, and you're always willing to give, and we really appreciate that because that's not everybody. And hopefully, it's worth it to you because I know a lot of people here in the office use you. So, hopefully, that's we're scratching your back a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. I always hated when I worked at State Farm if we had vendors come in and they just were like, "Hey, give me some money." I didn't like that.
I don't think you like.
I don't like that either.
The ones that were kind of part of our lives, I really stuck with. So when I started doing Proco, I kind of went after the business to business aspect of it, and then one of our partners worked for another roofing company that y'all worked with or work with.
Shall remain nameless.
Yeah.
Well, I will give a shout out to Katie. So
Katie's amazing.
Katie is awesome. She is constantly bringing us snacks, which that is the way to my heart and to my business. But she actually recommended you for this podcast. We had put a little announcement out, and she was like, "Hey,
it was awesome."
So shout out.
She should have done it. She would have been like really nervous. Y'all should try to talk
well,
her into
we'll
it.
get her on.
Yeah.
We'll get her on.
That would be great.
She will be so nervous.
No, she'll
so
do
fun.
fantastic.
I know.
Lots of things to talk about.
Yeah,
I like
she's
making people
super
nervous.
One thing that we always like to ask our guests is, well, you already gave a shout out, but is there like a restaurant or something that you want to, a local business that you want to shout out that you frequent or
Applebee's
just want to
apparently
say
is
what's up?
becoming very popular because of the new song. You want to shout out to Applebee's?
I don't even know the new song.
It's some country song. Some guy's talking about Applebee's, and now Applebee's is like making this huge comeback.
Yeah,
It's
that
crazy.
doesn't need to happen.
No,
it doesn't.
Somebody should have nunchucked Applebee's a long time ago.
Yeah, I would say I'd take my nunchucks out.
Applebee's and Arby's need to be taken out.
Well, you know what?
Big money.
Sometimes you go too far.
Sometimes
there's nothing wrong with Arby's. Arby's is great.
Well, neither of y'all probably remember Beefers. I don't know if you remember Beefers. It was like an off-brand Arby's. Just the name of it grosses me out.
Yeah, that's
there's
Beefers. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, a shout out. Okay, so my wife and I went to this restaurant yesterday. It's called Los Amigos. It's on Main Street in Grapevine. We bring lunch.
Yes, you do.
From y'all.
Yes, you do.
From there.
Yes, it's so good.
So we had our wedding
Muy
catered
bueno.
by them. They're very muy bueno. I don't know how to speak Spanish.
I think you said moo. I think it's mooey.
They are muy buenas. But yeah, that's our place. We love it. And
a funny thing,
nice.
when you told us several months ago you had your wedding catered, Katie was standing here and you were there, and I was thinking, well, Katie, and I did not know. And
it's a family business at Proco.
Katie and Tim. Tim is her husband.
Yes.
My wife is Annie, but we decided to kind of combine households
and get a hot tub.
Yeah,
that's a healthy way to do things.
It's like the Airstream community. He just bought an Airstream. I'm trying to tell him they're all swingers. And some guy wants to come see his rig. And I said, did he ask you to get in his hot tub? And Bill's really excited about this. And he bought a bunch of pineapples. I don't know.
He's really going in on this.
We did not buy any pineapples.
I think so.
We did buy an Airstream.
He bought rubber duckies to put on people's heads.
It is a very interesting and great community, really tight. So we joined some of their organizations, and
it's a cult community.
Yeah, no.
He said they have like his mailing address, and like they're like giving him all this material and all these meetups, and like you put your keys in a jar.
Wait, I'm new to this community, and I'm going to get kicked out of before I ever go to my first meeting.
It's really interesting.
So,
but hey, he was like, I might as well just go hear him out.
Yeah. So you got to try everything.
Just see what happens.
So here, you've seen the Airstreams before, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We're going to just keep right on going with this thought for a second. So on the Airstreams, you see the red numbers. So my wife, who hated camping, COVID happened, and I said, we need to go ahead and get a trailer because we love to travel. And with COVID, we couldn't travel. So we bought a travel trailer. And Anne, did I tell you Anne hated camping?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now she loves it.
With a passion, she hated it. So we're camping, and we went camping with some friends of ours, Tim and Rosalind.
Really good friends.
Yeah, no, not like
you
that.
know.
But
Wow.
but
And
really good friends. So we go camping. We pull into this campground in Marble Falls. They invite us to go camping with them over Christmas. Okay. So we go down to Marble Falls and we pull in our Winnebago, which is a nice unit. They pull in their Airstream Classic, which is the top of the line. There's
You
nothing.
just got one upped at this
Mhm.
point.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, they say, come on down. We'll show you our trailer. We walk in and we're like, holy poo-poo. This is really nice. I'd never seen the inside of one. I was going to use a
and
different
then they
word.
close
but
the door.
yeah.
Yeah.
No. It was one of the nicest trailers I've ever seen. So we came back. Anna and I are talking. We're driving back from Marble Falls. We decided right then and there we're going to buy an Airstream. We had no idea how much an Airstream costs.
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back. We've got some more questions and a couple more segments. So we'll be back shortly.
Does someone need to poop?
Just had a chat, talk this and that with PB and JC.